Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're plunging into a really interesting book. It's Alex Hormozi's A $100 Mayor Offers. You've probably heard about it. It's genuinely reshaped how a lot of people think about business, about value.
Absolutely. It's made quite a splash.
Yeah, so our mission today really is to unpack the secrets in there. How do you create offers that are just so good people feel, well, like Hormozi says, stupid saying no?
Right.
I mean, think about it. Why do some offers just, grab you, make you want to buy now, while others, you just scroll right past? What is that difference?
That really is the million-dollar question, isn't it? Or maybe the $100 million question here.
Yeah.
And what's so fascinating, I think, is that Hormozi argues it's not just about, slick marketing copy.
Right, not just tricks.
No, it goes deeper. It's about really getting human psychology, understanding perceived value, what truly drives desire. So this deep dive, it should give you a kind of shortcut to Hormozi's core ideas, these frameworks you can actually use.
Okay, so let's set the scene. Let's talk about Hormozi himself. Go back to 2013. He's running a gym, right? And struggling, seriously struggling.
Yeah, by his own telling, nearly broke.
Exactly. Trying everything, the free trials, the discounts, all the standard stuff you're told to do. And nothing's really moving the needle.
The usual playbook, yeah.
Until he has this kind of epiphany, this aha moment. He thinks, okay, what if I stop selling workouts? What if I start selling transformation? Now, that sounds simple, maybe, but why is that shift so hard for most businesses?
Well, it sounds simple, but it's a huge mental shift. I think the biggest hurdle is just being too close to your own thing, Your product, your service.
We love the features.
Exactly. You're passionate about the equipment, the process, the details, but the customer, not buying the drill, they're buying the hole in the wall. They want the outcome.
The feeling of being fit, maybe, or the confidence.
Precisely. So Hormozi starts bundling, training, nutrition plans, accountability check-ins, even guarantees this whole package he called a grand slam offer. He wasn't selling gym time anymore.
He was selling a result, a future state.
A future state, exactly. And apparently, it just exploded. Within weeks, people were literally lining up asking, how do I sign up? It just shows, the power of focusing on that outcome.
Which leads us right to the core idea of the book, $100 Rebel Offers. And it's one that honestly feels a bit backwards at first. You don't need a better product. You need a better offer.
It's counterintuitive, right?
Totally. Because we're all taught, innovate, improve the product, constantly tweak it. But Hormozi's saying, maybe, just maybe, the real power isn't in the thing itself, but in how you frame it, how you offer it.
Yeah. And businesses get this wrong all the time because they think product quality automatically equals customer desire. A good product helps, obviously, but it's the offer that connects what you have to what they really want. It makes it irresistible.
So the mindset shift is stop asking, what can I sell?
And start asking, what problem, what pain can I solve for my customers so well and package it so attractively that it feels like a no-brainer. And Hormozi breaks this down right into 4 key parts. To maximize that value while minimizing their perceived downsides.
Okay, so let's lay out these 4 components. If we're thinking offer first, Hormozi says look at, number 1, the dream outcome. What do they desperately want?
The ultimate result, yeah.
Second, perceived likelihood of achievement. Do they actually believe you can get them that result? Is it credible?
Crucial. Do they trust the process? Trust you.
Third, time delay. How fast will they see results? Sooner is better, obviously.
We want things now, right? Instant gratification.
And finally, effort and sacrifice. How much work do they have to put in? How much hassle is it?
The less they have to do, the better.
So those are the 4 pillars.
Exactly. And the game, according to Hormozi, is to basically crank up the first 2. The dream outcome and the likelihood of achievement make those seem huge and certain.
Maximize those.
Maximize them. And at the same time, you need to crush the other 2. Minimize the time delay, make it seem fast, and minimize the effort and sacrifice required from them. Make it seem easy.
So it's hitting all 4 levers.
It's that combination, that holistic approach. Hitting all 4 is what takes it from just a product to something genuinely irresistible, something that stands out.
Okay, so if that's the framework, let's talk about what problem to focus on. Hormozi uses this really punchy analogy. Don't sell vitamins, sell painkillers.
Love that one. It's so clear.
It really is, right? People pay, often urgently, to get rid of pain, not just for general good-for-you stuff. So instead of just, say, fitness coaching,
You sell drop 10 kilos in 90 days, guaranteed, or your money back. That's a painkiller for someone struggling with weight.
or instead of vague marketing help.
It's get 30 qualified leads every single month, or you don't pay us a dime. That solves a specific business pain. Leads.
But here's a thought. If you only focus on the immediate pain, the painkiller, do you risk neglecting the long-term vitamin benefits? You know, the things that build loyalty. How do you balance that?
That's a really smart question. It's not about ignoring the long term. It's about leading with what's most urgent for the customer right now.
Get them in the door with the pain relief.
Exactly. Solve their immediate burning problem first. That earns you the right, the trust, to then deliver the ongoing value, the vitamins, that keep them healthy and loyal. So the painkiller's the hook, but the sustained transformation is what keeps them.
So for you listening, the question becomes, what's the biggest, most urgent pain your audience has?
And how can you solve it, or at least promise a solution, faster and more clearly than anyone else? That clarity is often more valuable than a long list of features.
Okay, so the painkiller helps us find the right problem. Then Hormozi gives us a way to kind of quantify the value of the solution, this formula. Value, dream outcome X certainty, time X effort.
Yeah, it looks a bit mathematical, but it's actually a really practical thinking tool.
How so? Break it down for us.
Well, look at the top part of the fraction, dream outcome times certainty. Anything you do to make the desired outcome seem bigger, better, more vivid, that increases value. And anything that increases their belief, their certainty that they'll actually get that outcome with you, that boosts value too.
Okay, makes sense. Guarantees would boost certainty, right?
Absolutely. Guarantees, strong testimonials, case studies, social proof, all that stuff pumps up the certainty factor.
And then the bottom part, time divided by effort.
Right. These are the things you want to minimize. The less time it takes for them to get the result, the more valuable the offer. The less effort or sacrifice they have to put in, the more valuable it feels.
So things like bonuses that speed things up,
Yeah.
or making the process super simple.
Exactly. Bonuses, templates, done-for-you elements, streamlining the process, these reduce the perceived time and effort. So the whole formula is about maximizing the top and minimizing the bottom to make the overall value skyrocket. Hormozi talks about making it feel 10x better than alternatives.
It's like engineering the perception of value, asking, how can I make this feel like an incredible shortcut for them?
Precisely, a shortcut to their success.
So we've got the components, the painkiller idea, the value formula, but Hormozi has this like ultimate test, the final rule. Your offer should make people feel stupid for saying no.
Yeah, that's putting it bluntly, isn't it?
It is, but how on earth do you actually do that? Make something so compelling it feels irrational not to buy, especially when, you know, competitors exist.
Well, this is where he brings in the idea of stacking value. It's not just about having one good thing. It's about layering elements strategically.
Stacking value. Okay, what does that involve?
It means adding things that enhance the offer significantly, making the perceived value vastly outweigh the price. Think about adding multiple, highly relevant bonuses, things that directly help achieve the dream outcome faster or easier.
So not just random stuff, but valuable additions.
Exactly. Then layer on a really strong guarantee, maybe even multiple guarantees, to completely obliterate any perceived risk.
Removes the fear.
Removes the fear. And then, often, strategically using urgency or scarcity, like, this bonus package is only available this week, or only 10 spots open. These prompt actions.
So bonuses, guarantees, urgency, scarcity, stacking them up.
Stacking them so the cumulative effect is overwhelming. The goal is psychological, to make it feel like this isn't just a purchase, it's a unique opportunity, a shortcut to their dream life that they'd be foolish to pass up.
But isn't there a risk there? Like you add too much, it seems unbelievable, too good to be true.
That is absolutely the tightrope you walk. It's a fine line. You can't just throw in the kitchen sink. Every element you add has to be congruent, believable, and genuinely contribute to solving the core problem or enhancing the dream outcome. If the bonuses feel random or the guarantee seems fishy, it backfires. It has to feel like an integrated, overwhelmingly valuable solution.
So it requires careful construction, not just piling things on.
Very careful construction. Authenticity matters. So just to kind of wrap up the core ideas from our deep dive today, Hormozi's $100 offers really hammers home this point. Don't obsess only over your product. Focus intensely on crafting an irresistible offer.
An offer that promises a real transformation.
Exactly. One that solves a deep pain point, builds massive certainty, minimizes time and effort, and then stacks so much value that saying no just feels illogical. It's a powerful lens to look through both when you see offers and when you create them.
Definitely. So maybe the final thought for you to chew on is this. Next time you see an offer, or maybe you're putting one together yourself, just stop and ask, am I selling a feature here? Or am I selling a transformation?
Good question.
Have I actually built this offer in a way that stacks the value so high it makes saying no feel, well, a bit stupid? It's worth thinking about. Keep exploring these ideas, keep applying them, and we'll catch you on the next deep dive.